everyone, this is Ashneet Kaur. He is Pandey, and we both are together to take the Khas interview of a Khas personality on the behalf of College-Ki-Knowledge. And College-Ki-Knowledge, as you know, come up with a lot of interviews of the college students, but this time it is not a college student. It's one of the most prestigious alumnus of our college. And this person is known as the master motivational speaker and also the business consultant, the educator and a very successful entrepreneur. So I think you have guessed it right. He is none other than Mr. Shiv Khera. Hello sir. Linking point between us is SRCC.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So the first question related to SRCC is that when you talk about SRCC, what do you think that this college has provided to you which no other college could have?
Well, all I can say is I think the benchmarks of SRCC have actually encouraged people to strive to reach for higher heights, greater heights, and that is really what's important. And it is really not what you achieve, but what you become after achieving is more important. You see, we are all looking for achieving something. Now, once we got it, then people say, okay, so what? So what? But once you got it, the level of confidence that you feel inside, you're feeling inside, is the most important thing. It's not what you got, but after what you became, what you got, that is more important. What you become is more important, which takes you forward in life. You see, you keep hearing even parents saying to their kids, do what feels good, do what feels good, do what feels good. No. Many times it's the reverse ought to be true. Do what ought to be done, whether it feels good or not. Just tell me, does an athlete want to practice every day? No, he doesn't. But he does. So even if he doesn't feel like, he still does. Yeah. And the old school that we came from, we learned feeling good is an outcome of doing good. Yes. When you do good, you feel good. And how can you feel good when you don't do good? So, you know something? Feeling good is a natural outcome of doing good. And you only do good when you are good. You are good, you do good, you feel good. What a link between them. And that's really the key.
So, talking further about your college life, we see these days that different societies and sports have become an integral part of the student's life. So at your time, were also societies as popular, and were you a part of many societies?
Well, sports was an integral part of the time that we were there. And in fact, many people used to get admissions only because of sports, not because of academics. I don't know if it's true even now or not. Probably it is. I understand that. There's a quota for them. So, you know something? Sports, a great coach once said, you play in, of course, to put your best, and you are playing to win. You are playing to win. But once you put in your best, at the end, who wins is not crucial. But you know something? Every sports has certain rules of the game. And what a good sportsman's spirit teaches you is how to play by the rules of the game. It teaches you character, it builds persistence, it builds hard work, it builds stretching beyond your comfort zone. You see, that is very important. You have to stretch beyond your comfort zone. If you want to be a good sports person, you have to stretch beyond your comfort zone. And it teaches you a lot. So really, the game you won or lost is a one-time thing. It's going to be finished. And after you graduate, it's over. And you don't even remember who won the game or lost. But you know something? The characteristics you have to develop during playing the game, they will last forever. They will hang in forever. And they are the ones that take you up in life or pull you down in life. And that is your attitude. Attitude is the key. I'm writing my new book, which says, a person with a positive attitude cannot be stopped. A person with a negative attitude cannot be helped. Look at this. A person with a positive attitude cannot be stopped. A person with a negative attitude cannot be helped. Think about it. How come under the same set of circumstances, some people break records while others break themselves? How come? You know something? Where you put your mind. I was not into education. I was never into academics. I never read a book in my life. I read comics all my life. So, but bottom line is that I learned one thing in life, that casual attitude in life always leads to casualty. Think about it. A casual attitude in life always leads to casualty. Isn't that true? And that's the truth.
The next question, that I want to achieve something, and I'm not able to achieve that particular thing. And at the same time, you are very much shattered about it, that you are not able to achieve that particular goal, and you blame luck, a lot of other things for that. Did it ever happen with you when you desired for something and you couldn't achieve it?
Many times.
Okay.
You see, let me share with you. We had coal mines in India. They were nationalized. We had 1,000 people working. Government took over. We came on the street. Street means street. I tried my hands on 3 businesses and failed in all 3. Some families had money, we did not. My father had died when I just finished college. We were left with the liabilities and the assets were gone, and I was married only 4 weeks then. And I remember a year later my daughter was born, and I sold some of the last piece of my mother's jewelry to get a release from the hospital. Didn't have $10 to buy milk that night. November 13, 1975, I left India. Since I'm not that educated, I started life washing cars door to door with a bucket in my hand. We were sleeping on the floor, we had no furniture. For 2 years, it went on like this. Then gradually, I started selling vacuum cleaners door to door, and then got into selling life insurance. And God was kind, I moved on from there. And eventually, I got into 3 businesses. I bought out a company out of California in 1984, started the New Jersey operation with no clients, and I sold my company with close to 500 clients for a decent sum. Now, why do I share my life with you? For one simple reason. You see, I could easily blame luck and say, why me? Why did God have to do this to me? Yeah? Important thing is, as somebody said well, life is full of compromise, life is full of choices, and life is full of compromises. Seems like a contradiction, but really not. If I ill-treat you, I've chosen to be ill-treated, haven't I? If I treat you with discourtesy, I've chosen to be treated with discourtesy, haven't I? If I light up a cigarette, I've chosen to invite cancer, haven't I? If I eat too much, I've chosen to become obese and sick, haven't I?
Yeah.
See, life is full of choices. Now, important thing is, we are all free to the point of choice, but after we make our choices, choice controls the chooser, we have no more choice. I repeat, this is very important. We are all free to the point of choice, but after we make our choices, choice controls the chooser, we have no more choice. Now, how is life full of compromises? Is everything in this world within our control? Answer is no. Some things are beyond. I didn't choose my parents, neither did you. I didn't decide where I was going to be born, neither did you. I didn't decide what my color was. I didn't decide my height was. Some people are born deformed. What wrong did they do? Who knows? These things are beyond us. Now, as somebody said, in life we cannot choose the cards that are dealt to us. What we can choose is how we play the game. Sometimes nature gives us a lemon, the choice is ours. Do we cry or do we make lemonade? You know something, the biggest damage this country's, India's media has done for this country is, whether it is electronic or print media, you look at any paper, every channel, all you find is, the moment you switch on, what do you find? Horoscope.
Yeah.
That is the biggest disgrace and damage they have done to this country. And all people are looking for is finding the lucky color, lucky number, and they are looking for these Jyotishi and Pandits to figure out their fortune. And sadly, if you read life history of Swami Dayanand, Swami Vivekananda, Guru Nanak, they never believed in all these things. Look at this, in Sikh families there is no mangnik. They don't check patris. Every wedding is done on a Sunday. And Sunday is not suitable, they do it on a Saturday. Saturday is suitable, they do it on a Friday. It makes no difference. You know something? This is what it is. And people who do not want to accept responsibility and they mess up and do wrong and they don't want to learn from their mistakes, you know what they say? My time is not good. My stars not favoring me. बोले साहब मेरे तो सितारे ठीक नहीं चल रहे. My time is not favoring me. बिल्ली रास्ता काट गई, बोले नुकसान हो गया, खत्म हो गया. This is how they are behaving. They will never accept responsibility. They will never learn from their mistakes. They will keep repeating their mistakes again and again and again in life. And they blame luck for it. This is their biggest disgrace. And sadly, educated people, MBA, PhDs are doing all this nonsense. And I use the word this is nonsense. Because people who have to do anything in life, they do it in spite of problems, not in absence of. Go check out that girl, Sudha Chandra, with one leg, the way she dances is unbelievable. Look at Michael Phelps. 2 years before the Olympics, he had a fracture on his right hand. But you know something? He did it and he created a world history. He created history. People who have, and by the way, these are not only exceptions. Steve Jobs. If you hear his speech in Stanford, what did he say? I came to this world unwanted. The day I was born, I was put up for adoption. Nobody wanted me. Bill Gates, give me more. I'll give you every name. Behind every success story, there's a story of failure. But you know something? They did it. They learned how to turn a setback into comeback, setback into comeback, setback into comeback, setback into comeback. Setback into comeback. They could have complained about luck. Anything. But look at all these people. They did it. And many times people ask me, if there was only one quality that would bring success, what would that be? First of all, there's no one, there's more than one. But if ever there was one, I would rate persistence as the one quality that brings success. Persistence is what? The bounce back ability. Every time you fall, you come back. Every time you fall, you come back. Every time you fall, you come back. You see, success is not measured by how high you go up in life, but how many times you bounce back when you fall down. That is success. That's the key.
With the success, there comes criticism.
Of course.
So how should students take that criticism as if that is a setback for them?
Look, a good person, you notice one thing. The gold medalist who wins at the Olympics, he has a coach. If he did not have a good coach, he'll never win at the Olympics. But do you know something? That the greatest coaches in the world are the greatest critics in the world. See, whenever the athlete did not perform well, does the coach massage his ego? No. A coach does give constructive criticism. He does. Because if the coach did not criticize him in a constructive manner, could he improve? Never. He'll continue his mistake and he'll never become a champion. So a good coach permanently criticizes the athlete in a constructive manner. What is constructive criticism? Constructive criticism, the objective is to correct, not to punish. 2. So long as criticism is painful to the giver, they have a right to give constructive criticism. But the moment criticism becomes a pleasure to the giver, they have no more right to criticize. See, that is the key. And that is where a good person who is being criticized should be grateful to a good coach. What does it show? The coach cares, that's why they're criticizing. If they didn't care, why would they criticize? Constructive criticism is the word. Yeah, there's something called destructive criticism also. Now, you see, unjustified criticism sometimes comes from 2 reasons, either out of ignorance or out of jealousy. See, he criticizes me, he doesn't have the facts right. I bring the facts right to him. Criticism automatically goes away. But there's another unjustified criticism that comes out of jealousy. He wants to be where I am. He cannot be or is not there. For whatever reason. Instead of appreciating me, he starts criticizing me. He starts shooting at me.
Yeah.
Now, take unjustified criticism that comes out of jealousy, take it as a disguised compliment. He's really paying you a compliment. He wants to be where you are, but it's not there. Or can't be. So instead of appreciating, he's criticizing you. So don't even worry about that. Absolutely not. There are some people in this world, no matter which side you are, they're permanently on the other side. It doesn't matter which side. They're permanently on the other side. You know something, the best example was, Robert Fulton gave this world a steamboat. And all the critics said it will never start, never start, never start, never start. And the day came, he put the steamboat on the Hudson River. And it started. And all the critics who said it will never start, when they saw it start, immediately said, now it will never stop.
Okay.
Look at this. Now, there are some people in this world, no matter which side you are, they're permanently on the other side. And don't worry about such people. You do good, you'll be criticized. You do bad, you'll be criticized. Just make sure you do good, and to hell with criticism, that's all. But make sure you do good. Don't be arrogant. See, arrogance is the first step of falling in life. First step, you fall in life. And sadly, that's what happens when some people achieve a little success. They become very arrogant. And that is the first step to fall in life.
Students, when they prepare for something, they actually face a problem, and should they have the preparation to be goal-oriented or should be process-oriented, the preparation? So, what do you think is the better orientation for preparation, and what is there a difference anyway?
Well, all your preparation ought to be goal-oriented. Whatever it takes to achieve that objective, the goal is what you are preparing for in life. Yeah? You see, the saddest part is when opportunity knocks and a person is unprepared. That is the sad part. Now look at this. Michael Phelps, he was practicing almost 8 hours per day, every day, no Sunday. 4 years, he practiced 10,000 hours. Did it guarantee that he will become the champion, win 8 gold medals, create world record in history? Amazing. Nobody knew. But he prepared. Now you see, had he not prepared, even if opportunity was there, he wouldn't be able to do anything anyway. So the key is preparation in life. There's a nice little quotation on luck. When opportunity meets preparation, it is called luck. Opportunity meets preparation is called luck. See, opportunity knocks everybody's doorstep, but it knocks only once. It only knocks once. The next one may be a better one or a worse one, never the same one. That's why it is so crucial to make the right decision at the right time. A right decision at the wrong time becomes a wrong decision. So, key is preparation. Do your preparation, rest is easy. Rest you can handle. If you're not prepared, even if you have opportunity, you won't be able to do anything. Just put your effort into preparation, that's it.
So, like we all know that a lot of changes are happening around us. So, as a last question, I would like to ask you that what message would you like to give to the students of our generation, that how should they take up the change, and what message would you like to give to them with respect to that?
I constantly keep hearing, especially from the youth today, that competition is big and there is a major challenge that they are facing. And my answer is to them is that never in the history of mankind has it been so easy to succeed in life the way it is today. Regardless of your profession, we have no competition. How come? I ask people, tell me, how many people do you know right now walking off the street who are willing to do a little bit more than what they get paid for? Answer is hardly ever. Most people don't even want to do what they get paid for. There's a second big category of people who only want to do what they can get by with. There's a very small fraction of people who are willing to do a little bit more than what they get paid for. And I ask them, if you fall into that small fraction, tell me, I don't care what your profession is, where's your competition? You can't even find a good attorney today. You can't even find a good accountant today. You can't find a good plumber. You can't find a good electrician. You can't find a good anything. Question is, are you willing to do a little bit more than what you get paid for? See, if you read life histories of people who have succeeded in life and then sustained success and then maintained goodwill, they all have lived by this one principle: I shall always give more than what I get to my family. I shall always give more than what I get to my organization. I shall always give more than what I get to my customer. I shall always give more than what I get to my country. Tell me, if we live by this one principle, where's our competition? We become the competition, we have no competition. One. And two, I had filed a PIL in the Supreme Court that reservation should not be based on caste and religion. Economics should be the criteria. Sadly, today, the way the reservations are going on is based on the caste and religion. The biggest question that people are facing in their mind is, will we have a united India on the world map 10, 15 years from now? The way reservation is going on right now, the hatred that is being created everywhere. Look at what has happened in Gujarat. Patels got reservation, Jats want reservation, Marathas want reservation. In Karnataka, they say all jobs for third C and D class should be given to Karnataka people. In Bihar, the Bansal, Mittal, Goyal are considered backward. All over the country they are forward. How is this? This is the biggest disgrace that has happened. And if we want to see a united India, we have to come back and restart another movement that economics should be the criteria, not caste and religion.
So I think this interview must have been as enriching for all of you as it has been for both of us. We would like to say that for more such kind of interviews, stay tuned to collegekiknowledge.com, and also you can like our Facebook page for regular updates. Thank you.